Hey guys, so I'm starting a reading vlog and I just haven't done a reading vlog in a while and I kind of wanted to. And I also wanted to try doing a vlog on my phone because I just got a new phone and it has better video quality. So I'm just trying to see how that works. Let me know what you think about the quality of this video, like the sound and just like the picture quality and all of that, just because it's really convenient if I can vlog from my phone, and I may be able to vlog even more, which is kind of exciting. So anyway, I wanted to just start a reading vlog because it's gonna be a really good week, and I'm actually in the middle of like finishing some books, and I know I'm going to be starting some new books here soon. Also, before I get into that, actually, the thing I'm most excited for this week is, well, today we just found out what we're having, like what our baby is. I'm 20 weeks. I went to my 20-week ultrasound appointment and I'm just really happy, excited. It's just knowing like the sex of the baby. I don't know, it just makes it so much more real and I can really envision the baby now. I'll be sharing like our little gender reveal thing here that we're doing on Friday. So yeah, I'll try to get someone to get a video of it. It's gonna be really low key, but I still wanted to do something just a little special because we're just really, really excited. Let me get into the books I'm reading currently. So I am almost done with The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. So this book was recommended to me 3 separate times when I mentioned that I wanted to read historical romance. I wanted to get into it, and Tessa Dare as the author was recommended to me, and then this book specifically was recommended. So because 3 people told me to read it, I'm like, okay, I have to read this book, and so far I'm really enjoying it. Like, such a good recommendation. I'll for sure be continuing with the series. It's a really cute marriage of convenience novel. I love that trope. I'm a sucker for marriage of convenience, or like that fake relationship thing, like all of that. The kind of vibe I'm totally in for. Emma is a seamstress. She's a young lady. She moved out of her father's house. He kind of, I guess, threw her out, and we don't really know why, but she's kind of made it on her own ever since then. She's a proud, independent woman. She was commissioned to make a bridal gown for one of her clients, but her client never showed up to pay. So she marches into the fiance's home to demand payment for this wedding gown, and she is wearing said ridiculous-looking wedding gown. Turns out their engagement had been broken off because Ash, who is the main male character, when he was in war, he got these horrible burns and scars over his face and his body, and that ended their engagement. He realizes, listen, he still needs a wife, and he is now fiancé-less, so he offers to marry her and to make her a duchess, which is obviously a great opportunity for her because she's just this seamstress working really hard, but it's still not doing much for her. She can have like a happy, wonderful life, and the plan is once she is pregnant, she'll move away and they'll never really see each other again. So, you know, it's a romance, so obviously we know what happens. Fill you in when I finish it, but already I'm feeling like a solid 4 stars for that one. Once I finish The Duchess Deal, I think I'm gonna sign up for Kindle Unlimited again. I've been thinking about it, and I just feel like there's a lot of books available through Kindle Unlimited that I have my eye on and that I've been wanting to read, and it just makes more sense for me to get Kindle Unlimited, even if it's just for a short time. I was recommended to read Candy Steiner, and the book Neat is on Kindle Unlimited. So I feel like there's a lot that I can do with Kindle Unlimited, and I want to read some Penelope Reed. She has quite a few series out that I'm interested in right now. So I think I'm going to get Kindle Unlimited, make my way through those books, and then who knows how long I'll keep Kindle Unlimited. I'll probably end up canceling my subscription again at some point, but I'm kind of back in the mood to wanting to read all those romance books. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, tell me some of your favorite recent reads so I can like add them to my list, because I'm looking forward to getting that again and just having books available on my Kindle like at all times. So those are my reading plans for this weekend. I haven't yet decided what I will be reading later, but I'll be sure to be letting you know. But right now I'm going to get to finishing The Duchess Deal and then getting my pages read in The True Bastards. Hey guys, it's later. I wanted to give a little bit of an update because I did end up finishing The Duchess Deal and I gave it 4 stars as I was anticipating, and I really did enjoy it. I'm for sure going to be reading more Tessa Dare in the future, and right now we are settling in to watch a very delayed episode of The Great British Baking Show. That's how we're going to be ending our night here in just the best way possible, in my opinion. morning. So it is Saturday, and yesterday we did our little gender reveal. So without further ado, I'm just going to insert a clip of that right here.
We're rolling. Woo.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, yes! Hey!
So excited. We really weren't expecting it. I don't know why, but we were convinced that we were going to be having a boy. So anyways, we're just really happy and thrilled that we're having a little girl. We're very, very excited, and yeah, I just had to share that here. Since I last checked in on Wednesday, I have started and finished a book, and then I also started another book. These are through Kindle Unlimited. So I did mention I was interested in reading Neat by Candy Steiner, and I went ahead and downloaded this Wednesday night actually. And then it was a mistake because I downloaded it at 9:30, and I really should have been like prepping myself to go to bed at that point. But instead I downloaded this and I read like 30% of it right away. Honestly, if I hadn't had to work the next day, I probably would have just kept up reading it because it had that quality of a book that I could just see myself sitting down with and reading the whole thing in one sitting. So yeah, overall I gave it like a 4.25 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a full 5-star read, but I still really enjoyed it and I still would recommend it. And this is book 2 in like the Becker Brothers series. So right now I started reading On the Rocks, which is actually book 1, and it's because I didn't think book 1 was available on Kindle Unlimited, but then I found out that it was. It's following a different Becker brother. So let me just share my thoughts first on Neat, because that is the one that I just finished. So Neat is about this girl, Mallory Scooter, who moves back to town after art school, and she figured out that she couldn't really get a job on her own, and her family lives in Tennessee and they own this distillery. And so she decides to make a deal with her father to work for this distillery, and in exchange he's going to help open up an art studio for her to do what she's really passionate about. And her boss at the distillery is Logan Becker, and the Becker family had an instrumental role in the formation of this distillery, but there's been a lot of family tension and kind of a feud going on for the past like few decades or so. So they are not getting along well. And so she's kind of forced to work with him, and they have like a Romeo Juliet forbidden romance kind of thing because their families are so at odds. A couple things I really enjoyed. First of all, I loved that this was set in like a small town, Tennessee, and I also really loved how Mallory's art played a role in this story as well, and how we got to see her studio come to life and see what she was passionate about. And our character of Logan was so sweet. He also is just like a book nerd and kind of like a nerd in general, so I thought he was really sweet too, and I just loved the whole forbidden part of it all. Also, I forgot to mention, but this book takes place right after Thanksgiving through Christmas, so I just love that time. Obviously, I do wish that time had been played up a little bit more. Like, we only got a couple things here and there that hinted at the fact that it was the holiday season, so personal preference, I would have liked a little bit more of that holiday atmosphere sprinkled in throughout the book. I'm gonna get back to reading On the Rocks because I have a feeling I may just finish it right here and now, because these books are just addictive. Like, you can't put them down. So I'm really excited to get back to reading this, and I'll check in with you later. Do you like it? It's not a picture.
Oh. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty sweet. And I like super sweet,
But pretty sweet.
it's pretty sweet.
Alright guys, so we just tried the fall pumpkin spice cold brew or whatever it's called at Starbucks, and I'm still drinking mine. I got a grande, which is probably too much coffee that I'm allowed to have, but to be fair, I haven't had caffeine in a while. Like I haven't really been drinking a lot, so I feel like if I go a little over on one day, like it's not the end of the world. So I wanted to give a little update for my thoughts on the Rocks. Okay, I think I'm liking this one even more than the second one, which I wasn't expecting because I enjoyed the second book so much. But I've been listening to the Notebook soundtrack and it just fits this book so well. It just has that Notebook kind of quality to it, and I like the main female character, Ruby Grace, more than I like this character in the second book, Mallory. So I think that's why I'm also enjoying it more, and I'm just loving the family aspect of this. See, like the brother relationship and the relationship that they have with their mom is just so sweet, and I love all of that. And also Ruby Grace, I really like her characters. I'm really enjoying it. I'm now at 36% the way through. So making my way through. We're in the car on the way to see his cousins, but I'm hoping to get a good bit more read because I'm really enjoying this. Like I cannot stress it enough. And if you're gonna read this, just listen to the Notebook soundtrack because it has definitely improved my reading experience. So would recommend. Monday, and I wanted to give a little reading update for what I ended up reading this weekend because I did a lot more reading than I thought I was going to. But first, let me talk about what I left off with reading, and that was On the Rocks. So I ended up finishing that on Saturday, and honestly, I just really loved it. I liked it more than Neat even. So it's hovering around like a 4.25 versus like a 4.5 star read. The only reason I had to dock any type of points was because there is an element of cheating to this that I am not okay with. It's very much like I said before, it's like the Notebook. Ruby Grace is the mayor's daughter in this small town, and Noah Becker is the son of 4 in this very close-knit family. Father has passed away, and so the brother's relationship with the mother, they're all very strong and close to each other. And so he works at this whiskey distillery that's kind of a part of their family, and she comes in one day looking to buy a whiskey barrel because she is 19 years old, but she's actually getting married in 6 weeks. Very quick engagement, and she's buying these really expensive fancy barrels for her husband as a wedding gift. They meet because Noah shows Ruby Grace the barrels because he works there, and a friendship starts between them. But then Noah also starts challenging Ruby Grace with like what she's doing and like what does she really want and what are her dreams and desires and things that she hadn't really considered because her fiance is a politician and her role in their married life is pretty much just going to be his support. A lot of tension forms, as you can imagine, and meanwhile she's still planning this wedding that's happening very quickly. I would highly recommend you reading this book if it all sounds interesting to you. After that, yesterday was Sunday, and I decided to pick up a Penny Read book because I'd been wanting to get into her now that I got Kindle Unlimited again, and I decided to start with her Knitting in the City series, and book number 1 is Neanderthal Seeks Human. And unfortunately, I decided last night after reading 30% of it, which was like 150 pages, like I read a good bit, that it's not for me, and I decided to DNF it. It's just the characters, both of the characters, I just didn't like, and I have to like the characters, at least one of them, and I was 30% the way in, and I knew the characters were going to be what the characters were going to be. Like I could see how it was going to go, and I didn't care. Like, I felt very blah about it. I don't think I'm going to give up on this author at all. Like, I didn't have a problem with that. And I think I will read more of the books in this series because I believe they're more companion style novels. So I think I may do that. But if you have any Penny read suggestions for me, let me know, because this first one just wasn't working for me and I'm just still wanting to try out more of hers. So this morning, I feel like, not like I'm in a slump, but I read that really good book, and then I read a book that I didn't mesh with at all, and now I'm like, what do I read next? So I started 3 different books. So I have an audiobook I started, which is Magnolia Inn, and so I started Well Met. Oh, I have to reach it. I started this when I was eating lunch. This is Well Met by Jen DeLuca, and I am honestly just 12 pages in. Like, I just started this, so I wanted just to read another romantic comedy, and I bought this, I think, last week or the week before, and I still really wanted to read it. I've been hearing such good things about it. So it's about like a Renaissance fair and this woman who moves back to her small town where her sister is because her sister has been in a car accident and needs help with her, obviously, and then her daughter as well. So she's kind of moved back to help out the family. And then I also have Hero of Ages. I finally started it. So I've had this checked out from the library, and I just thought I just need to start it. So I am on page 36 of Mistborn book 3. I'm finally going to be finishing the series, which I'm really happy about. So today, the rest of the day, I have no plans. I already did my grocery shopping. I cooked my lunches. So I'm just going to go ahead and bounce back and forth between Hero of Ages and Well Met, because they're both obviously very different reads. But currently I'm in the mood for Well Met, so I'm going to go ahead and read that, because I've just, like, I want to get what I felt when I read On the Rocks, and I just hate it when that happens and you can't find the book to fill that hole it left inside of you. So I'm going to get to reading, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit later. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day, and I just wanted to end this vlog here, and I know this was more like a reading update vlog versus like an actual vlog, but that's just what ended up happening, so we'll just go with it. I did end up getting to page 132 in Well Met yesterday, and then also I started another book, so I'm currently reading 4 books right now, but it's just because I had time on my lunch break and I just wanted to start something, so I just started Coming Up Roses by Stacey Hart. This is her like Bennett series. She has like her Austen series that I've raved about before, and this is like her other series that she's doing. It's like about this Bennett family that lives in New York City, so a little bit different. But anyway, I just decided to start it during my lunch break, and I'm already like 20-ish% the way through. So anyway, that is all that I read since last Wednesday. That's when I first started doing this vlog, so it's actually been a pretty successful reading week-ish for me. I guess this wasn't just a weekend reading vlog. It kind of extended a little bit farther out than I intended. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and happy reading.